what is the role of leadership in business continuity management? So you can touch on the CEO. What should the CEO be focusing on? A crisis management team, what typically should they be focusing on? And who would you typically recommend to be part of this team?
All right. In terms of the ownership, there's been a very interesting response to that.
Yeah.
Because some will tell you that the responsibility of it should sit at finance. And their argument will be that most of the CFOs, they have a good macro view of organizations.
Yeah.
So they're able to translate the downtime into tangible financial impact.
Yeah, actually, sorry, on the same, the way you said it's interesting. There's a poll that we shared out, and it also shows the results that 8% say it's the CEO, 13% say it's senior managers, 5% say it's the CISO, 6% say it's the risk or audit department who should be running with it. I just thought you should know that even from our audience.
Yeah, because it's like we said earlier, it's a quite broad process. And the interesting thing about it is that it brings together a group of stakeholders within the organization. So which at least ensures a fair representations of critical people within the organization, because you'd expect that the committee, that the BCP committee, you'll find your COO there, you'll find your CFO there, you'll find your CIO there, you'll find your risk person there, you'll find your HR, you'll find your legal person. So it has quite a diverse composition in terms of the team. But now when it comes to the leadership or the CEO's role, I would say the CEO's role should be able to get involved in terms of leading the team through the crisis, or putting together the efforts of the team to ensure that they're able to take through the organization swiftly during the time of pandemics as we find ourselves in. And I would say again, the CEO should be able to bring a team together that will be able to help execute the BCM or the BCP, because as we know that even under normal circumstances, the CEO are able to succeed based on the team effort. So now imagine when it's pandemic moment. So you even need more of your team like never before. So a CEO's role is should be able to bring together those skills, those experiences, and ensure that they ensure the continuity of the business during crisis.
I agree with that. And I think also sometimes you might argue that depending on the size of the organization, that particular ownership might, if it's a small organization, it would probably fall within the CEO, the CFO role. But for large organizations, sometimes you find there's a specific, it's designated to the risk. So it's probably the CRO who owns the entire process, because they manage the entire risk for the organization. Or sometimes it could be the operations, if depending on the organization, the operations managing the entire organization. So as you said, again, depending on the type of organization itself, that would or could vary.